Hello, Blackhawk Cougars. Mrs. Sutliff here, and this is the second half of the cutting out of your pajama art project. And I want to start by showing you a finished pajama art so that you can really see why we are going to trace our shirt and our pants onto another piece of paper. Okay, so this right here is my finished project. And as you can see, I have actually made my hair out of construction paper. And if you turn this project over, you will see that I have the hair, first of all. Notice the hair is really like it looks like the back of the head, and that's because I made my hair out of and then you can see the back of my pajama. All right. My hands are glued so that they're on the inside of my shirt, and same thing with my socks down there. They're on the inside of the pants. You can't see part of the sock here, and that is because I took my finished shirt and my finished pants and I traced them again on some paper that is the same color so that I could have a front and a back to my project. So I'm going to start by tracing my pants and my shirt. When you're tracing, make sure that you hold down your pants and your shirt really good so that you don't move it while you're tracing. As you're tracing your pant leg, it might bend and your pencil will go, ugh, like that. If that happens to you, you can try erasing, but I would recommend that you just turn your paper over and try again on the other side. Okay, so there's my trace of my pants. I'll cut that out in a second. I'm going to trace my shirt. All right, I'm finished tracing my shirt and my pants. I would just then cut these out as well. I'm going to put those over there for now because I want to talk about cutting out your face and making your hair. The first thing you need to do is make sure you have a piece of construction paper that matches the color of your hair. All right, we've got brown, we've got black, we've got yellow, which works okay for if you are blonde. Like me, I decided to get blonde. Okay, so one thing I want to check now that I've got my shirt cut out is putting it over my face. And I'm going to try and really make sure that you can see this. So here's my shirt, and as you can see, I have already cut my shirt. But look at that. It is not really fitting well. I would have to get the shirt way up here for my neck to not be too wide. This is about where I would need it to be. And so I need to look at it and decide, do I want my neck to be longer or is this good enough? And I think what I want to do is make my neck a little narrower. So I'm going to erase what I have for my neck. This is why it's good to use a light pencil stroke. And I'm going to bring the shirt up here. And I'm going to draw the neck so that it's coming right out of the shirt, like that. Okay. Hopefully I made it so that it's aligned really good with the center of my face so that it doesn't look like my head is doing this with my shirt. Okay. All right, so now I'm ready to cut out. As you can see, I am not going to use the shirt that is on my white paper. I am going to use the shirt that I cut out. So as I'm cutting out, I also need to think about my hair. So I have shoulders drawn here that I can't use because of the way my shirt goes. So I'm going to erase that just right there. And I'm going to get my hair, and this is really more important for girls, but I'm going to get my hair to go all the way to my shoulder. And I'm going to do that on both sides. If you don't do this, your hair will be shaped kind of strangely. Okay, so now I'm ready to cut out. You know what? I think I'm going to put this back here. And I'm just going to try to connect right here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start down here on the bottom. And I'm just going to cut up to where my shoulder is on my shirt. Cut in to where the neck I drew was, and then I'm actually going to cut up the neck. Okay, don't cut into your hair. Make sure you come up to where your shoulder is on your shirt. If you cut up into your hair, tracing your hair onto the colored paper is going to be harder. So now I'm going to cut around just the head, not the hair. Okay, this will make sense when I'm all done, I promise. And I'm going around the ear. I don't want to cut my ear off. Again, noticing that I'm keeping my scissors pointing straight ahead, and I am moving the paper with my other hand. Okay, that's how I recommend that we cut. I'm going around. I know it looks like I'm cutting my hair off, but it will make sense when I'm all done, I promise. Got to my ear. Okay, I'm getting down to my neck that I drew, the neck I redrew. I'm going to cut along that all the way. And then I drew a line here for where the shoulder was on my shirt. And now I can just cut the rest of it off. Okay, so does it match my shirt pretty good? Yeah, it does. I can actually just snip this off. I don't need the shirt, remember, my shirt is right here. So there we go. This is garbage. Throw it away right away. But this is the rest of my hair. I need to cut this out. I need to save this. So if you're a boy, you need to hold on really quick. Think about this. Look at my example that I made. I want the back of my head to be covered with my hair. Okay? So you can cut your hair off of this, but then when you're tracing, you're going to use your head to trace onto your paper, okay, so that you can cover the whole back of your head with your hair. So I'm gonna do this twice. I'm gonna show you what it looks like for a girl right now. So if you're a boy, don't do this right now. Just wait, okay? So if you're a girl, you can go ahead and pause your video and cut out the hair that you drew on your white paper. all the way to where the shoulder is. Now I've got garbage that I need to throw away right away. Okay, so here's my hair. I'm going to put it on my paper. And I'm going to draw the bottom of my hair first. So my hair comes to right here where my shoulders hit my hair. But then really think about that. Your hair doesn't just end where your shoulders are. Your hair keeps going. So I'm going to draw down here where I want my hair to actually go. And I'm just going to kind of connect it to over here where my shoulders were on my hair. And then I'm going to trace my hair. Okay. Your hair might be a lot longer than this. It might be shorter. Okay. Whatever the shape of your hair was, go ahead and use this to trace the outline of it. But make sure that you close the hair down here. If you look at my example again, girls, you can see that I wanted this whole entire thing for my hair. So now I can cut this out. Okay, I finished cutting out. This is garbage. Throw it away right away. Here's my finished hair. Now I'm going to show you, boys, what you're going to do for your hair. Okay, I'm going to take my face. I'm going to pretend that I have black hair. And I'm going to trace just where my neck meets my face. I'm going to trace up there. When I get to the ear, I'm going to skip and go up to where the ear ends and go around my head and then skip where the ear is and trace down to where my neck meets my head. And I'm going to stop right there. Okay, let me make sure you can really see that. Okay, I grabbed a marker so that you can really see how I traced this, boys. So you can see the space where the ears were that I just skipped. You can see right here where the neck was that I just skipped. So now I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to connect to fill in those spaces. Okay. So now, just like with the girls when they cut out their hair, I have the hair that I cut out from my face. And I'm going to put it on the top of the head. And this is going to be a little tricky because it's so skinny. I'm going to hold it down as best as I can. I'm going to trace around my hair, just like that. Okay. And now I can't do this because I use markers so that you can actually see it, but you would then take your pencil and erase this line right here. Okay, you would erase that so that this is your whole hair, and then you would cut it out. Okay, so I finished cutting out my hair, and I'm going to show you some problems that I'm having with it now. When I glue it onto my head, I want to make sure that the hair starts at the ear here and goes around and starts at the other ear. So I have to position it so that there's enough hair up there so that it looks the way I want it to look. So right about there, that's where I would glue it. And then when you look back, you can see the head. You shouldn't be able to see this down there though. Yeah. Can you see it? There's some white here that's showing. So I'm having that problem. If I move it to kind of cover that, then as you can see, there's black showing right here and right here where my hair is. So I'm going to glue it down right like this.